Hi, I'm Perry the Pig. This time, we took a trip to the Shakotan Peninsula. This peninsula, jutting out into the northwest of Hokkaido, boasts a stunning coastline. The interior is mountainous, with several rivers flowing through it. Larger towns and settlements are concentrated at the base of the peninsula, while most of the area is uninhabited. Yoichi Town is home to the famous Whiskey Distillery and is also a wonderful wine-producing region. From winter through spring, you can fish for sea-run char in many places. During this season, they can be found in both the sea and the rivers. We stayed in Otaru and chased sea-run char on the Shakotan Peninsula in early spring. In early April in Hokkaido, winter was coming to an end and spring was just beginning. It had been since June in Niseko, since we last walked along the water's edge with Harry, our guide from Japanese Fishing Adventure. We were really looking forward to fishing with him again this time. We walked along a beautiful beach with him. The scenery was stunning, but the water was murky. He said the weather was about to turn rough, so fishing in the ocean would be difficult. We enjoyed our morning fishing in a spot where the waves wouldn't affect us as much. Soon after, the sea became rough. The warm, spring-like southerly wind vanished, and a cold, strong northerly wind blew relentlessly. The wind hindered our casting, and the murky water was enough to make us give up fishing. We decided to head to the river. Although meltwater was flowing into the river and the water level had risen, conditions were still fine for fishing. Harry says this river is his favorite at this time of year. He says there are char that have migrated upstream from the sea at every spot, and rainbow trout as well.
Then the fish normally sit where that tree is, on the right hand side. Deep hole.
Okay.
That's that way. However, the better spot is just round the corner. So good first spot just to look. Yes, sir.
Butterbur shoots were sprouting all around, and signs of spring could be felt amidst the lingering snow. It had been a while since we'd gone streamer fishing with Harry. We were deeply impressed last year when we witnessed his skill firsthand. He said that since the fish were still lurking in the deep currents, it would be better to use a weighted streamer or add a sinker.
Oh, bite.
my favourite spot.
And almost immediately, a fish struck his fly right in front of Harry.
That was bizarre.
Hmm?
I just brought the lure up. It looks good. Looks good today.
We watched his every move. He is a professional who helps clients catch fish, but he is also an exceptional fly angler. That's why watching him fish is so exciting.
Came for it, didn't he? Oh. For big brown trout. Sex Dungeons, made by Nick Hill. Unbelievable. They're so cool.
So nice.
Big brown trout and rainbow trout. And amimas.
Amemaz is the Japanese name for the sea-run char.
Such a cool fly.
Its official English names are Japanese char or white-spotted char. Even in the 21st century, their life cycle remains shrouded in mystery. Born in rivers, they appear to travel back and forth between rivers and the sea multiple times during their lives. However, the timing of their return to the rivers varies, depending on the location, even within Hokkaido itself. Unlike salmon, they do not seem to return to the very river where they were born. There are also small char that never venture out to sea and spend their entire lives in the river. And from late winter to early spring, they can be found in both rivers and the sea. Since they have no value as a fishery resource, their ecology has not been fully elucidated. But to me, it seems that mystery is what makes them even more fascinating creatures. They are truly beautiful.
Amimas. Wow. Strange. Interesting fish.
Yep.
Okay.
The scenery of Hokkaido is completely different from that of most of Honshu Island. Because this region has a low population density and industrial development came late, it retains more pristine forests and green plains than Honshu. Large fields and pastures blend seamlessly into the landscape. These elements intertwine to create a unique scenery. As you drive along, you will often encounter beautiful scenery. While every season is wonderful, the fleeting scenery between winter and spring has a zen-like quality. The sight of melting snow embodies the aesthetics of the fleeting moment. It is the wabi-sabi of snow that is not pure white, but slightly stained by the earth. I believe capturing such beautiful scenes with a camera from an ordinary, fleeting moment is similar to fly fishing. It's like encountering a single fish in a flat, unchanging river or on a calm lake. At first glance, you can't tell where the fish are, so you must always search carefully. And once you find it, you must be ready to act immediately. There is a small town called Yoichi, near the base of the Shakotan Peninsula. It is a lovely town, close to the sea, where you can feel the sea breeze. This small town is home to the famous Nika Whisky Yoichi Distillery. In 1934, the passion of a single man named Masataka Taketsuru, who had returned from studying in Scotland, led to the establishment of this distillery. The town's climate was cool, with crisp air, clean water, and humidity from the morning and evening mists. He reportedly felt that it closely resembled the Scottish Highlands, an ideal region for whiskey production. Furthermore, Hokkaido was rich in barley, coal, peat, and the timber needed for barrels. If you want to see the heart of the Yoichi Distillery, you'll need to book a tour. After touring the distillation building and the warehouses in sequence, you'll have the opportunity to taste the whiskey produced here while listening to a guided lecture. If you're only visiting the museum, restaurant, or shop, no reservation is required. The museum is so comprehensive that you'd never guess it's free. Here, you can learn about the history and culture of Nika Whisky and the Yoichi Distillery. After finding your favorite whiskey at the bar, or after dining at the restaurant, be sure to stop by the shop. Some of the whiskeys are exclusive to this location. Also, the whiskey chocolate cake is surprisingly delicious, so be sure to try it. The Yoichi Distillery Limited Edition blended whiskey is smoky and well-balanced, offering a delicious taste that's perfect for casual everyday enjoyment. You absolutely must try the 3 key malts used in Yoichi single malt. The Sherry and Sweet offers the characteristic raisin notes and sweetness of sherry casks. The Peaty and Salty has a strong saltiness, reminiscent of single malt whiskey from Scotland's Islay. The Woody and Vanillic has a distinct bourbon cask character. While each whiskey evokes the essence of Yoichi single malt, they each possess their own distinct personalities. Personally, I think the Peaty and Salty is the most delicious. Lured by the sea breeze wafting from the bottles in Yoichi, we returned to the sea once more. The wind had shifted back to the south, and the temperature was quite warm. In early April in Hokkaido, it feels as though the season changes completely depending on which direction the wind blows. When the north wind blows, it's winter. When the south wind blows, it's spring. Amidst this back and forth, the season moves steadily towards spring. The murkiness of the water has cleared, and the forest in the sea has reappeared. Sea-run char are likely feeding on a variety of prey within the sea forest. The fly patterns used for fishing char in the Sea of Hokkaido are almost identical to those used for sea trout in the Baltic Sea or the Gulf of Bosnia. While there are slight variations depending on the specific location within Hokkaido, large flies are effective from late December through February, while smaller flies, such as scuds and small minnows, are said to work best from March through May. You should simply bring the flies you use back home. If those aren't enough, your guide will surely provide you with the necessary flies. The same applies to rods. This time, we brought 2 rods, an 8-weight, 9-foot, and a 10-foot. This is because there are many days with strong winds during the change of seasons. If there's no wind, a 6-weight would probably suffice. As for fly lines, if you have a floating, an intermediate, and a type 6, you should be able to handle almost any situation. In practice, the intermediate is the most versatile. A floating line is best when even the intermediate sinks too much in very shallow areas. A Type 6 is best for deep, rocky shores, right at your feet, or beaches with high waves. A line basket is also a must-have. You should avoid large, bucket-like models, as they're easily affected by waves and make it difficult to walk. The best option is something lightweight, easy to handle, and resistant to line tangles. The Easy Shrimp Eye Line Master is the best product available on the market and can be purchased worldwide. The hotel is located in the heart of Otaru. Unwind Hotel and Bar is housed in a building designated as a historic structure by the city of Otaru. It is a historic site that was originally built as Hokkaido's first hotel exclusively for foreigners. It has since been renovated and now operates as a new hotel. Although it is not a large property, the staff's hospitality is truly outstanding. True to its name, there is a wonderful bar on the first floor. You can enjoy a welcome glass of wine here or have a nightcap after dinner. The bar stocks whiskeys available only at the Yoichi Distillery, so you don't have to worry if they happen to be sold out at the distillery shop. And the rooms are even equipped with wine glasses. The area from Otaru to Yoichi is a region known for producing high-quality grapes, and there are many delicious wines available. If you happen to find a wine that catches your eye at a local liquor store, you should enjoy it right here in your room. rather than taking it back to your home country. After all, wine bottles are heavy, and you might have to pay customs duties to bring them back. I believe that local wines truly shine best when enjoyed within their own terroir. While the hotel dinner is wonderful, there's a restaurant nearby that I'd like to recommend. But first, let's take a short night walk through the streets of Otaru. Otaru once flourished as a port city. It developed as a hub for the maritime transport of Hokkaido coal and other vital resources, attracting trading companies and financial institutions. Although those industries have declined over time, many of the beautiful historic buildings constructed during that era still stand today. That's why it's now one of Hokkaido's top tourist destinations, attracting many visitors. The old brick buildings and canal views are remnants of its past as a port city. Such scenery is rare, even in Japan. Although Japan has never been colonized, this scenery gives off a somewhat colonial vibe. No Name is a renowned restaurant that has long been beloved by Otaru locals. It has a solid reputation for Italian cuisine made with locally sourced ingredients. While the dishes have a slight Japanese twist, the flavor is authentic. Raise a glass with the local Otaru craft beer. The signature seafood pasta might be better described as spaghetti in an acquapazza rather than just pasta. Everything on the menu is delicious, so I highly recommend visiting this restaurant. You might want to wake up early and head straight to the fishing spot. But wait a minute. In early spring in Hokkaido, there are plenty of opportunities to encounter great fish, even without fishing first thing in the morning. If you're staying at Unwind Hotel and Bar, you should definitely have breakfast here. The English breakfast, made with ingredients from Otaru and Yoichi, is sure to satisfy you. How was our early spring trip to the Shakotan Peninsula? There are countless beautiful landscapes, whiskeys and wines to savor, dishes to enjoy, and robust char to catch. Early April still brings many cold days, and if you're unlucky, you might even encounter snow. Yet there is definitely a hint of spring in the air, foreshadowing the arrival of the wonderful season to come. Eventually, the snow melts, and the char in the rivers migrate to the sea. The char and the sea gradually disappear from the shore. Where do they go? No one knows for sure. As the seasons turn, the char will likely return to the Shakotan Peninsula. But is that a certainty? Human activity is making that certainty increasingly uncertain. Let's do what we can to ensure this remains a place where char can thrive forever. And let's make sure we can enjoy this fly fishing for years to come.
Yep.
Free. Hi, buddy. Boom! Nice fish.
Yeah.